Hello, JDs and gentlemen. Today I am reacting to a video on how to get better at Siege because I am ass at Siege. Thank you for watching and like and subscribe. Thank you.
If you clicked on this video, you want to be better right now. But most tip videos you watch have things that you need to practice, so that way you can get better over time. Instead, this video is for the TikTok ADHD brain gamers that need instant gratification. So we'll cover 13 tips that give you instant improvement with no practice required. Everything from what
I don't get how I'm gonna get better without any practice required with these tips.
ways to take less damage in gunfights and what guns you should be using, to positions you can hold to triple your KD and what operators you should be playing. Follow my Twitch to ask me any questions, and let's get started. The fastest way to start winning more rounds in Siege is to use more cheese strats. For example, whenever somebody is playing kids on Oregon, they typically set up the exact same way. They put head holes here, they reinforce this wall here, they reinforce the closet wall, maybe they play trophy, maybe they stick somebody over an armory. But overall, every team plays exactly the same way. They've memorized all of the different angles they need to peek, and it makes it very easy for them to take advantage of your setup. Instead, if you start doing some crazy strats, then they will never anticipate it. A great example.
But I don't know any strats. And in like silver, I'll go up against these other people, right? And I'll just get murked. I'll just get murked in the most random, hanging, disgusting way possible. It's great. I'm trying to run these cheesy strats. It just won't work. I'll just get bombed instead.
Example is my favorite mute strat on Kids Oregon. You place a mute jammer right here, you place another mute jammer on this door right here, then you come into master and you place a mute jammer next to the master door, and then you place another mute jammer here in closet. Then you're going to...
I don't feel like that's really a strat. That just seems like basic common sense and where to put the mute jumps.
Reinforce the closet walls, and you're going to play here in closet. As you can see, my laser here, you want to keep it on the door frame. Even though all the pellets will hit, if you're on ADS, then the laser will hit the door frame, and now you can just sit here. The nice thing about this is they cannot drop.
Why do I need the laser on the shotgun? Like, what benefits do I get out of having the laser on the shotgun that I don't want to?
On you, and they also would never expect you in closet. So what they usually do is they try to make a play. They break the door down and they try to run into closet to be able to safely shoot the mute jammers so they can drone. But what they're not expecting is me sitting here in closet ready to shotgun them directly in the face. If you don't think this will work, this works in champ lobbies. Every time I do it, I get at least one kill. So I guarantee
I could definitely try this with Mozzie. Chat, I might do a video where I take some of the tips from this and then take it into an actual game and see if any of it will actually work.
it will also work in your games. One of the most instant ways that you can improve in Siege, requiring zero practice at all, is exposing your body less. What most people do in Siege is whenever they swing, right, they'll either wide swing like this to peek this angle, or they will peek out very far like this to take a gunfight on a Rooney here. The issue with that...
I don't think I do this. I think I don't expose my body that much. I think I'm pretty good with it. I think like only a little bit. So when I'm trying to quick peek, I'll only come in and out a bit, not like loads, like he was just saying.
Is even if I win this gunfight against a Rooney, because so much of my body is exposed, there's a very good chance that she will hit me in the body. So after she hits me in the body and I get the kill, I now have 48 HP. This means if I take another gunfight and she hits me in the body again, then she is going to win this gunfight just because she got a body shot on a low health player. This is obviously bad because it limits the number of gunfights that you can take before you just die by default. Instead, you need to just expose your body less, right? Just prioritize making sure that as little of your body is exposed every single time you take a gunfight. So whether that's, if I take a gunfight here, I don't...
Wait, give me a second, my mouse. Right, where is it? He was just on it there. I might not be able to. I'll try and pause on it, mate. Right. Load. Okay. Okay.
Making sure that as little of your body is exposed every single time you take a gunfight. So whether
Fuck, I went past that again.
that as little of your body is exposed every single time you take a
Right, that right there. Does this work? Because I feel like I've tried this loads of times before, and this has never worked. Or am I just being stupid and missing?
gunfight. So whether that's if I take a gunfight here, I don't stand, I crouch, so that way my body is protected by this. Or if you're quick peeking an angle, then you want to expose yourself as little as possible. So this is too much. This is too little because I can't even see her. You want to make sure that you are going out just the right amount where you can barely see her, but you can still get a shot off. Possibly the fastest way to improve in Siege is to stop playing 1-speed operators and play more 3-speed operators. As you can see by this side-by-side comparison, Gridlock, for example, moves extremely slow compared to someone like Ashe, who moves.
I wonder why. I wonder why. She built like fucking. Who's fat? Who's fat? I can't think of any.
Moves much faster across their screen. This means if I'm playing a 1-speed operator like Gridlock, I can quick peek much more slowly, making me a much easier target for Ela here to shoot. This also means if I want to wide swing Ela, I get less peeker's advantage because I'm moving slower. Versus if you're playing someone like Ashe, your quick peeks are going to be much faster because she's a 3-speed. This means it's much harder for Aruni to kill me on Ashe because I can quick peek much faster, as well as if I wide swing, I have a lot more peeker's advantage, giving me very easy kills against Aruni.
Right. I don't think Gridlock's that bad. Like when I play Gridlock, I don't feel like I play bad with Gridlock because I think her gun's pretty good and her gadget is good. It's good for closing off, you know, rotations and stuff like that. B-Wars is tacky, it's good. Bro. Okay, we're 4 minutes in and we're 10 minutes into the stream. This is bad.
Here. If you want to triple your KD in Siege overnight, all you need to do is hold cutoffs. What a cutoff is for example, here on Chalet, if I rappel up to this roof here and then I destroy this window, then any enemies over here holding library, as my teammates push them out of library, eventually they'll have to either die or rotate back to site. That is where you come in because you can just sit here on this window and farm kills as they rotate back to site. If there's 2 people holding library, then Fenrir here will be rotating back to site and he's a free kill because who is going to pre-fire this very weird angle? You could even make it super tight like this. So that way, whenever he runs across, he won't even see you. Even if...
But I feel like in lower rank games like Copper, Bronze, Silver, people just, as soon as they hear a window break or see a window break, they just won't go near. They'll just completely cut themselves off from it. Because they're just scared shitless. They're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Don't go near it. Because they'll have like some weird ass peak on it. They'll be like, especially on Chalet as well, with the double window Cali thing. I do that. That is a good strat, to be fair. I run that quite a lot. It's fun.
If he wants to pre-fire you, right, he could stop right at the perfect position. He cannot see me, but I can see his entire legs, and since I have a DMR, I go tap, 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 and he is dead. One of the fastest way to start winning more rounds in Siege is to play self-sufficient operators. For example, someone like Maverick or Striker. These operators are self-sufficient in terms of hard breaching. Usually, if you play Thermite or Ace in a match, and then you go against this electrified wall, your randoms are terrible. They're not going to EMP the wall properly, and you're going to lose the round because you can't get it open. But if you play self-sufficient operators, then you can go somebody like Maverick, and now you can Mav trick the wall even if it's electrified. So all you would need to do, right, is go left to right across this wall here. Make sure you get both sides, and then the metal will kind of fall out of the wall like that. And then you do the same thing on the bottom of the wall. And now, as you can see, the wall is soft. Then whenever you shoot the wall, you can...
Has anyone ever gotten a kill off of this drone hole right here? I'll tell you what I have. And it's very funny when you get a kill on that. You know what I wish they had in Siege? You know COD proximity chat on Warzone, how when you go near someone and you kill them, and then when they're screaming and crashing out because you killed them, you can hear them. They should add that to Siege. I think that would be good. Lots of slurs though.
See that the wooden beams are also gone from the wall here. So then once you destroy the wall enough, then you can crouch walk through the hole that you made, and now you're in sight. Playing self-sufficient operators like this means you don't need to rely on your terrible randoms, and more of your rounds will be in your hands. By far, one of the fastest ways to get better at Siege is to be the unexpected player. You need to swing when it's unexpected and not swing when it's unexpected. For example, right, if you know Lion is in this corner here, but he's looking at you, he's expecting you to swing. So there's a good chance that you should not swing this angle, because if you swing, he's expecting you to swing and he's just going to pre-aim and shoot you.
Okay, to be fair, this is one thing I don't really think about. Like when I drone someone, I only really look at where they are, not where they're looking. So maybe I should get a notepad. Write that down. There we go. That's one more right now.
Instead, if you're in a situation where Lion is likely expecting you to swing this hallway, just give him the space, back off a little bit, and see what happens. This will catch him off guard. He's expecting you to swing. He might waste a little time before pushing you. Then, once he starts pushing you, then you should immediately swing when he's least expecting it. He goes into the hallway a little bit, expecting you to continue playing passive, and all of a sudden you swing him and kill him, because now it's unexpected. If you were in Lion's position and you would expect yourself to swing,
but in lower ranks, everyone plays unexpected. Like you don't have a clue what like the next person's gonna do. Like that's why I think playing cheesy is a bit difficult as well. I mean, there's some cheesy strats that will obviously work really well, and there's some that just get out cheesed by these cornballs. Like Solid Snake and Deimos just ruin every strat. Like there have been times where I'm trying to hold a good peak, and then Solid Cock fucking pings me, and like, what do I do? What do I do then?
don't. If you were in Lion's position and you would think it's dumb for you to swing, then you should be swinging. Do the opposite of what is expected and you will farm kills. One of the fastest ways to get better at Siege is to pick a specific role and master that role. The issue that slows down a lot of people's improvement is they'll play too many roles. They'll play Thermite one round where they have to play passive and they need to focus on getting the wall open and they make sure they stay alive and get the bomb down, and then they'll immediately go and play Ash, whose goal is to play a lot more quickly, get a lot more kills, take a lot of space, and destroy bulletproof utility with them.
That looks so similar to the new ops gadget. You know, the one that goes in the shield and like blows up. I don't actually know what that new op's gonna be. I have a feeling it could be good. Should I do a reacts video to the new one? I could do 2 videos in one night. Edit with YouTube and everything. I can do that. But yeah, this looks like, I watched Jinksy's fan mail where he opens the like the siege, his siege shit, and it comes with the little shield and it's got like the new ops thing in, but it looks exactly the same as a breaching room. That's so weird.
For Ash charges. These playstyles are essentially 2 entirely different games. It's like if you're trying to get good at Siege, but half the time to get good at Siege, you would play Rocket League. I feel like the skills probably don't correlate very much. So if you pick one role and main that role, you will become the master at all of the things that role is required to do. So if you pick Hard Breach, play
To be fair, I think on defense, I mainly use like trap operators like Legion, Fenrir, Thorn. I'll use people like that. But in attack, I'll go like, who would I use in attack? Like Ace, Ram. But then on the other hand, I would use like Bravo or Twitch. So I feel like this. I come in here. This is something I can write down again. Here we go.
Thermite, play Maverick, play Hibana, and play Ace. Get good at all 4 of those operators. That way, if one is banned, you can always play another operator within that role. If you want to instantly improve your KD in Siege, you need to prioritize information. Usually when people are playing Siege, right, they'll just kind of peek things, right? They'll be like, oh, I'm going to check here, and then I'm going to check here, and then I die to a zombie here. Because I didn't have any information before I swung. Now, this also applies if I know the rough idea of where a zombie is, right? Let's say that this is the bomb site, and I'm pushing behind the bar. I might know that a zombie is behind the bar, but there's a lot of space behind the bar that she could be. This makes it very difficult for me to pre-fire her and have good crosshair placement. But if instead you prioritized information, any information at all, then all of a sudden this is a very easy kill. For example, if I throw my drone over here and then a zombie shoots it, I can look at the bullet trail and have a good idea of exactly where she is standing. Even little amounts of information like this can allow you to pre-fire her very, very effectively. Another...
Yeah, but I feel like I do this. I mean, I drone a lot and stuff like that, but I don't play information ops a lot. Except from when I play like Bravo and Twitch, I think that's the most information I do. You know who I did buy though? Right here, Grim. He is pretty good, to be fair. He is pretty good. Actually, no, I'm gonna like this video. But this is a pretty good video, to be fair. I'm learning a lot from this. Yeah, but Grim, he's actually pretty good. I don't like this though. This round. I like the bouncy one. Cause I just there's no way to tell where it's gonna go. That might just be me being stupid, but I can never tell where it's gonna go.
Example is things like Grim. Then you can shoot your bees behind the bar, and now you have an exact ping on where a zombie is. A great way to instantly get better at Siege, and this requires zero practice whatsoever, is moving less. Now that may sound counterintuitive, but let me explain. Let's say I'm behind this door. I might lean this way, and then I lean again, and then maybe I crouch, right? Like I'm dodging bullets. I'm trying to make myself a difficult target to hit. But when you really slow it down and you really look at how much that's screwing up your crosshair placement, you can see why it's an issue. If I lean to the left, my crosshair is no longer on her head. If I lean to the right, again, it's not on her head. If I crouch, then it goes all the way down to her body. If I prone, then obviously it's not on her head. If I move left and right, then it's no longer on her head. This means in an actual match, Thorn is going to be moving side to side. You are going to be moving side to side. You are going to be leaning, and Thorn is going to be leaning. And this is just overall a very hard target to hit, especially if you add crouching in. How are you going to hit a head here, right? Like there's no way you can track Thorn's head here. It's a lot easier to track Thorn here if I am not moving, right? It's not going to be perfect because she's moving a ton, but it's a much easier to track than if I am also moving and now have to adjust for my movement as well.
I think I already do this. I don't think I move that much. I think the only time I move is leans. Like I lean way too much, I feel like. Like on doorways, like here. Like I'll be like there, and I'll just be leaning back and forth and back and forth and back and forth loads. And all it takes is for them to pre-fire my head like there, and I'm dead.
It's almost impossible to track her. So if you slow down, relax your movement, you will end up hitting a lot more shots. If you want to get more kills in Siege, play higher fire rate guns. This is because Siege is a one-shot headshot game. That means it doesn't matter what gun you're using. It doesn't matter how much damage it does. As long as you hit her in the head, she is going to die. So that means essentially the more bullets you can get down range, the higher the chance is that you will end up getting the kill, even if your aim is bad. So for example, if I have bad aim, then I might be swiping across my mouse pad here. If you're on controller, you're just holding your joystick to the right, and you kind of sweep over Gridlock's head here. Well, with a slow fire rate gun, it would go boom, 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 boom. And although your crosshair did go over her head, it didn't get the kill. Versus with a high fire rate gun, it would go boom, 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 boom. And the second your crosshair goes on her head, then she dies. Because you're shooting so many bullets that it's impossible for your crosshair to be on her head without it killing her. That's why
I don't play enough. slow fire rate guns, or I think the slowest fire rate gun I play is probably Twitch DMR. Twitch DMR, don't get me wrong, that gun is sick. I do very much like that gun. But should I do a pause counter on this? I feel like I'm pausing quite a lot. I mean, we're 11 minutes in, and the stream's gone for 23 minutes. I mean, take off like 2 minutes at the start where I was checking everything. But yeah.
Why people love the SMG-12 so much is because it shoots so fast, where even if your recoil is terrible, one of these shots is bound to hit her in the head. Because if I swing this angle here and I have bad aim, then it will likely still kill her because there's so many bullets. If you don't...
Has anyone seen the SMG-12? No. I saw it and I didn't think it was real. Like, it does no damage now. It's actually like a secondary gun. Isn't it slow? Like, I don't remember what they did, but they made it like slower and it does less damage now. But that's good. I mean, it's not that deep for me because I play in like bronze, silver lobbies, and no one really has any recoil control in them, so it's not that bad.
Win more games in Siege, hold more choke points. Usually what players are doing, right, is let's say they're pushing over here on this door. Well, you just kind of follow whatever the enemies are doing, right? You're like, oh, I need to peek over here because they're pushing over here. Oh, they're pushing over here. Let me push this over here. Oh, one may be coming over here. I'll just swing this. Instead, you should be very specific about what choke point you want to hold and make sure you have that locked down. For example, electrical here is a great choke point to hold because if they're going for this wall over here, then you can swing them and flank them this way. If they start pushing in the breach, you can contest them here. And if they can't go through that wall, then this is realistically their only way into sight from this side of the map. So if you can lock down this choke point, you can win the round for your team single-handedly. When you hold important choke points like this, you take all of the responsibility for winning the round. And if you are actually that much better than your randoms, then you can carry your team to victory based off of holding these positions well.
I think I'm good at finding positions like that. I think I'm bad at using them. Like my reaction time when I get on somewhere like that, if I see someone run across a hill, it'll take me like a second before I start shooting. I think I'm getting better. Like I feel like I'm better at doing that on like Cage Shotgun or Twitch's DMR than I am on like, you know, the MPX or the MP5.
Then you can carry your team to victory based off of holding these positions well. If you want to win more games in Siege, the fastest way to do that with zero practice at all is to just give callouts to your randoms. Even if they don't respond, if you can just give your randoms a couple callouts here and there, in most of your matches, your randoms will end up getting more kills because they have more information. Even if
they are so profusely stupid. Like, so dumb. I can't even explain it. They're idiots. They don't understand anything. Like, even the people I choose to play with. Like, you know, who I normally stream with, TNT Dynamite TNT, or Tobias. He isn't that good. I mean, he is pretty good, right? But, oof. That was rough. Watching him play is rough because I'll try and explain something to him. I go through there and he'll be like, What is that? And I'll be telling him, I can hear someone behind you. Turn around and try and wallbang, and he'll go, I didn't hear anything. And it's so annoying. Like, it makes my blood chill.
They're not helping you at all. If you give them callouts and they get kills, you are more likely to win the game. Tell them what operators are playing where. Tell them how they're set up. Give them comms even if they're giving you nothing in return, because at the end of the day, the goal is to win, even if that means being a good teammate to terrible teammates. If you want to get more kills in Siege, you need to relax. When you are playing, if you tense up your arm or you tense up your hands, right, you're really gripping your controller, then that causes you to be much more jittery. If you are just really locked in, then you're just going to be all over the place, right? Like you're going to be over flicking. You just won't be able to smoothly track things. This can also be a big reason why you have bad recoil control, because if you're really tense,
I am not tense playing this game. I think I'm too loose. Like, I'll sit back in my chair and put my feet up on my desk. I get so relaxed. Like, I'll fall asleep playing this game. Like, only when I'm in customs. When I'm in a ranked game, I'm like clenching my arse cheeks, sweating, crying sometimes. You know, it gets rough.
it's very hard to smoothly control the recoil, and it will be all over the place. If instead you can relax a little,
This,
hard to smoothly control the
that is crazy. Like, I remember the first time looking at this. That is mad. The Valkyrie one. Is it Valkyrie the one that has the sword in it? Or is that Twitch? I don't know. But they are sick. They're so expensive though. They're like 5k siege points or something. And oh my god. The Paragon bundles. They are expensive.
recoil, and it will be all over the place. If instead you can relax a little bit, then you're going to have much smoother tracking, better recoil control, and overall just be a lot less jittery. I'm sure you've heard the concept of smooth aim before. That's where it comes from. You do not tense up your arm. You just are very relaxed, swinging every angle, and you are never squeezing the hell out of your controller or your arm, because that makes you shaky and will lose you gunfights.
Fairs? I mean, that was a good video. Sure. That was a good video from Not Joey Black. So watching this drawing phone phase right now. Nah, that's not fun. I should report you. Watch this video then Wednesday at 5 and ranked. Yeah. That's what I should be paying attention to, how to talk to yourself on Twitch. That's what I've been doing the entire fucking time. Got no one in it. No one in it. I don't know if I should be showing you all of this. But look, it's quiet. Too quiet. Wait, is this on mute? Because you're... Yeah, this is on mute. Oh my days. Nothing. Activity feed. My chat. Wow. Right. In a bit stream, this will also go onto YouTube. The bit at the end of me yapping probably won't, but I'll see you in a bit stream and I'll see you in a bit YouTube.